Yan. So, I've mentioned during the overview of the Learning Hub course, no, we will cover the ORAN architecture and the relevant specifications, particularly the evolution of the RAN, and then the cause of that, or the motivation of that is the disaggregation of the hardware and software components. No? Because originally, most of the components are proprietary, they are very vendor specific. So if one component needs to be changed, what happens is they have to also update all the other components, no? So isa sa mga motivation talaga is yung financial aspect, no? If magastos yung capital expenses, yung CapEx, then the operators will also have limited na opportunities to upgrade, and of course that will translate no sa less na coverage for the subscribers. So what they want is that move towards open architecture so that no it's easier to interoperate and makapag-update ng mga gamit. Pwedeng yung software na lang yung palitan or pwede isang portion lang ng hardware ang papalitan, no? Kagaya nung nakita niyo doon sa pinakita ni Richard earlier, no, may mga commercial off-the-shelf devices lang, and then inside would be the software, no? Yeah. So this is also taking advantage of the virtualization no, initiative ng a lot of different na systems, no. Since lahat no slowly nag-virtualize na talaga. So ito po ay also towards that goal, no. Ayan. Okay, so Open RAN considers not only open remote radio unit, the one that is nearest the end user. This is the one containing yung ating antennas, yung nag-change no, ng analog to digital and digital to analog conversion. And then the baseband unit, no, it's the one nearer to the remote radio unit, no, but medyo malayo-layo pa sa core unit. No. So itong dalawang to mostly, usually, no, they're in the RAN part, no. Sometimes near the cell site, no, some are pwedeng nakapull somewhere else. No. So not only these two components, no, pati yung interfaces connecting the components, no. Like may interface connecting these two and the other interfaces, no. So yan po yung titignan natin mamaya sa architecture, no. Ano-ano pa po yung mga iba't ibang components and ano-ano pa yung mga interfaces, no. Then finally, yung mga ini-introduce na new components no of the ORAN Alliance, no. So meron tayo nung sa RIC, yung near real-time RIC and non-real-time RIC, and then other interfaces as well, no. So bale the original na architecture is from 3GPP, and then it is modified and added no components to allow interoperability no by ORAN Alliance. No? Yeah. So you can explore this later no, and depending on the location, there are different mobile coverages like 2G, 3G, 4G, 4G plus. No, ito po yung towards 5G na. No? Parang ito yung LTE Advanced no, in Philippines. Ito yung LTE. Then 5G is yung new yung NR, no, new radio natin. No? So nakalagay dyan nung nag-try sila to check yung coverage no, on the different roads. No? Some have 5G coverage, some have 4G plus, and possibly dun sa mga medyo mas remote locations pa na baka 2G lang yung available. No? Yan. So, this one, you can see no, if in your place, no, baka meron kayong 5G na, no, or baka in some provinces, no, baka hanggang 2G lang. Yan. Okay, so marami pong iba't ibang parang cell sites no, or parang iba't ibang RANs, and at different generations, no, iba yung mga names nila to differentiate them, no? So in 2G, we have the GSM Edge or GERAN. So this is involving the base station controller and base transceiver station. Pagdating sa 3G, no? So originally 2G nakafocus lang sa text, digitized na call, no? Actually may 1G din, but in 1G nakafocus kasi sa analog lang na calls, no? And hindi pa siya digitized and hindi encrypted. Pagdating dito, it's already digitized and pwede na maglagay ng encryption, no? Hindi na basta-basta matatap at maririnig yung conversation, no? And then in 3G, we have here UMTS. No? UMTS is Universal Mobile Terrestrial System. No? And then the name of the RAN is UTRAN. There is a radio network controller, and yung tinatawag na natin yung parang base station is yung node B. No? So ito 'no, Node B, yung kanyang pinaka-base station 'no. And then for 4G, we have LTE, long-term evolution, and then the RAN is called EU-TRAN, and then the base station is known as eNode B, no? Then next one is 5G, no? Yung new radio, it is called as 5G RAN, and then the base station is called as GNode B. So in the architecture later, no, you might find na may mga discussion na eNode B, GNode B, Node B, and so on. No? So these are the base stations no, for various components or various cellular generations. No? Nag-iiba-iba yung mga names nila no, at different generations. Possibly no pagdating ng 6G, which is planned no, to be deployed by 2030 no, by the 3GPP, no? Then may different name din sila no, for the base station there. No? Ayan. Okay, so ano pong significance nito 'no, kasi we need to understand this RAN 'no, para maintindihan na why there are changes in our, cellular networks 'no.